Hi, I'm Steve from the Stonecrafting Workshop. Welcome. 13 months ago I did a video review of me fitting these. They're the Schottis pleated blinds from Ikea, and in the video I showed how you could easily cut them to size and how easy they were to fit. That was 13 months ago, as I say, and I thought now it would be quite interesting to do a review of what I think of them now, having lived with them through what is effectively 2 summers. It's now June the 1st and it's been the hottest spring on record as far as I'm aware, and this is my conservatory and it gets like an oven in here. So these blinds have really been tested, and I thought it would be interesting to go through the pluses and minuses of owning these Schottis blinds. It should, however, be said that any review of these blinds has to be taken in context. You have to take into account the cost of them. They were actually only, I think I paid £3 each for them a year ago. They're now £3.50 each. So these 3 blinds, I've got 3 here, would cost me the grand total of £10.50. So any assessment of these has to be taken in relation to that cost. First of all, let's go through some of the minus points, some of the downsides of owning these and using these Schottis blinds. The first thing, and you can see it clearly here, is that they're not blackout blinds. They do let it through quite a lot of light, especially under these conditions where you've got bright sunshine that's actually overhead and shining down through the blinds. But so that means they're really not suitable for bedrooms, anywhere you need darkness. They're just not very good for that. The second issue I've got with them is that they do tear very easily. They come supplied with Velcro on the bottoms to fix them down at the bottom, so when the wind's blowing, you notice this one blowing away in the breeze. But they do tear. This one here, wait a minute, one of these is torn. This one here, as you can see, is torn where the Velcro was stuck down, and it tore very easily. And I've got another one that's badly torn up this end, which I've actually tried to repair with tape very unsuccessfully. So I wouldn't bother with the Velcro personally, sticking them down. And they're not things to have where you can have children pulling at them, so perhaps in a playroom isn't that great. The third downside to them is that they're not washable. It actually says on the website not washable, which is fair enough. I suppose you could try, if you've got a bad smear, you could try a damp sponge or something to get it off. I've never tried that, but it's as wise to know that they're not washable. But you can vacuum them as long as you've got a brush on the vacuum cleaner. I suspect that if you used a vacuum, one of those narrow ones with a lot of suck, it might tear the material. But we do vacuum them now and again. The fourth downside to these is the clips. Is the fact they're not easy to put up and down. They're a real pain actually to put up and down. And the clips that are supplied with them, they do work, but they are fiddly to use. They won't, if you fold them up right to the top, these little white clips they come with won't hold them. They're just not strong enough. And also I found that they snap. They've got brittle because I've left them here on the windowsill with a view to using them on odd occasions, and this one snapped, and when they snap they're no good. So basically I think my personal view is that if you need to raise these and lower these a lot, these aren't the blinds for you. These are for people like me who are going to, we put these up and we've just left them there, and they work really well on that basis. And the last potential downside and problem is that they're stuck at the top using double-sided sticky tape, and that sticky tape won't stick to everything. There are comments on my previous video where I showed how you can fit these, people saying they didn't stick to whatever surfaces they were trying to stick to. But you have to use your common sense a bit when you're sticking things up. If you're trying to stick to an emulsion painted surface or to a painted surface that's crumbling and, you know, rotting away, it's just not going to work, and they're going to fall down. So that's the downsides. Let's talk about the pluses. And the first plus, to echo the first of my minuses, is that they're not blackout blinds. And although that's a disadvantage if you were putting them in a bedroom, if you're putting them in a conservatory or a playroom or in an office where you simply want to filter out the light, reduce the light levels from direct sunlight, then they're ideal. You get lots of light in the room for working or what have you, without getting yourself lasered by the sun. So for many situations, the fact that they let light through is a positive advantage. The second advantage that they have is that they are very easy to fit. If you look at my first video where I fitted these, I show how you can easily cut them accurately to size and get nice straight joints, and how easy they are to fit in position using the double-sided tape. And just as an added bonus, as I say, these have been up 13 months, and this conservatory does get like an oven in here, and there is no sign of these coming away at all. They're still amazingly well stuck, but you do have to realise that that's against a background of these being stuck to plastic, to UPVC windows, and that's pretty much the most ideal surface you can stick tape to, I would have thought. But even so, with the heat of this conservatory, it's pretty impressive that these have stayed up so long. I've never done anything to them. Absolutely brilliant, I think. I said about the clips, they're a bit of a problem, the little white clips that come with the for folding these up, and folding them up, like, you know, you have to fiddle about with them like this. Luckily, although the white clips might snap on you, as happened to me, there are alternatives. And in fact, I made a video showing how you can use hair clips as clips, and they actually work really well and really easily. So if you are in a position where every now and again you want to lift them up or part lift them up, I would suggest you invest in hair clips, which I personally have found the best way of doing it. There are other alternatives shown by people or suggested by people, things like bulldog clips and paper clips, powerful paper clips, but I think they mark the fabric and mark the material. The fifth positive side to me is that they actually do look pretty smart. I use this as background for videos quite a lot, and they do just look quite simple and clean and smart. Considering they only cost £3.50 each, I think they're a really brilliant background for videoing. The sixth plus is that if you do get them dirty, or they get torn, or they, you know, get damaged in any way, or you put them in a playroom and your child decides to paint pictures on that you get tired of, you might like that. I'd quite like a thing like that. But anyway, they are cheap to replace. They're cheap and easy to replace. No screws, no major work involved. Which brings us on to the last really big plus, is just the fact of how cheap they are. As I say, this set of 3 blinds would now cost me to replace £10.50. So even if they'd suffered all sorts of disasters, it would be so cheap to replace them. I couldn't really contemplate spending hundreds of pounds on more expensive blinds. So within the bounds of what they're good for, as I say, conservatories, I use this room as a dining room, and in the winter the sun passes up straight away over here, and in the afternoon you can imagine the sun lasering through here on a dinner table. It wouldn't be very comfortable, but with these in place, it's really comfortable and nice in here. So I like these Schottis blinds I think they're brilliant within the limits of what they're designed to do. So I still think they're good. After 13 months, I think they're great. So there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope this video is of some use to you and helps you decide whether these Schottis blinds are the right thing for you to buy. If you've already owned Schottis blinds and have used them, have had a different experience from me, then let me know or let us know in the information box down below, because I can only give you my view of my experience with them. But if you've had a different set of experiences with these, by all means let us know. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed watching this, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more product reviews or reviews about stone crafting or anything like that, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you again for watching.